Hello everybody, I'm Justin from Key Prep, and today we'll be going over matter, mixtures, and pure substances. So what is matter? Matter is anything that has mass and volume. All matter is made up of small particles called atoms, and atoms are made of subatomic particles called protons, neutrons, and electrons. Matter is measured in mass or volume, and mass is measured in grams, while volume is measured in liters. And there are three states of matter, and they are solids, liquids, and gases. So solids have a high density, definite shape, and definite volume. And for example, books, bricks, rocks, and wood, they all have fixed shape and volume. Liquids have medium density, indefinite shape, and definite volume. For example, soda, water, and lemonade are all liquids. And soda in a 2-liter bottle will change shape when poured into a pitcher, but it will still have the same 2-liter volume. Gases have low density, indefinite shape, and indefinite volume. For example, gas in a balloon will have the shape and volume of the balloon, but when the gas is released into the air, it will keep spreading out so that it has no fixed shape or volume. There are 6 phases of matter. Deposition is the transition of gas to a solid. Melting is the transition of a solid to a liquid. Sublimation is the transition of a solid to gas. Freezing is the transition of a liquid to a solid. Condensation is the transition of a gas to a liquid. And evaporation is the transition of a liquid to gas. Matter is classified into 2 categories: pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances are composed of only one thing. They can be represented with a chemical formula. They cannot be separated by an ordinary physical process. They are classified into 2 categories: elements and compounds. Some examples of pure substances are H2O, Au, and CO2. Elements are composed of only one type of atom. The symbol of an element contains one capital letter. Some examples of elements are H2, O2, and N2. Compounds are composed of 2 or more different elements. The formula contains 2 or more capital letters. Some examples of compounds are H2O, NaCl, and CO2. Mixtures are composed of 2 or more pure substances. They cannot be represented with a chemical formula. They are classified into 2 categories: homogeneous and heterogeneous. Mixtures can be separated by using filtration, chromatography, and distillation. Some examples of mixtures are Kool-Aid, steel, and brass. Homogeneous mixtures are also known as solutions. It is a mixture that is the same throughout and is evenly and uniformly mixed. Its components are not visibly distinguishable from each other. Some examples are salt water, air, and brass. Heterogeneous mixtures are different throughout and are unevenly mixed. Its components are visibly distinguishable from each other. Some examples are oil and water, milk, and sand. There are 3 main separation types for mixtures. Filtration separates a solid from a liquid and is based on size. Chromatography uses polarity to separate a mixture, and there are 4 types of chromatography: paper chromatography, thin layer chromatography, column chromatography, and gas chromatography. And distillation is the separation of a mixture based on boiling point. Here are some examples. What type of mixture is brass? The answer is a homogeneous mixture. Brass is a mixture of copper and zinc, and they are evenly mixed and the components are not visibly distinguishable from each other. Classify this pure substance, NaCl. Well, the answer is a compound. Because NaCl is composed of 2 different elements and it contains 2 capital letters, it is a compound. Classify this pure substance, Cl2. The answer is an element. Because Cl2 is composed of only one type of atom and contains only one capital letter, it is an element. What is the process of ice becoming liquid water called? The answer is melting. Ice is a solid and water is a liquid. When a solid becomes a liquid, the process is called melting. What is the process of water becoming ice called? The answer is freezing. In the question, it states that the water is originally in a liquid state. The water then becomes ice, which is a solid. The process of a liquid becoming a solid is called freezing, so the answer is freezing. And the last question: what state of matter is water vapor after water has been boiled? The answer is gas. Water is a liquid and boiling water causes the water to evaporate, and evaporation is the transition of a liquid to a gas, so the answer is a gas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.